Well, Jonathan Schanzer is the Vice President of the Research Foundation, the Foundation for the Defense of Democracies. He joins us from Washington now. We heard there in the report both how crucial Turkey is for America at the moment and how much they want Fethullah Gulen back. Do you think we might find the US actually having to do what Turkey wants?
Well, it's an interesting question, and I think this has been a long time coming. We've been watching this build to a head really for the last 3 years as a war has gone on in Turkey between the Gulen movement and the AKP government under Erdogan. Gulen has been in the United States since 1999. I think anything that happens inside Turkey would be very, very difficult to prove that he had some direct involvement in that. His followers certainly have done many illegal things, but it's very hard to say that he was directly involved. I think also a concern would be that I think the United States would not know how Gulen would be treated were he to be extradited to Turkey. There is a very angry president right now who I think looks like he's out for blood.
But I mean, could we see a situation where he's not extradited, but he's told, you know, we can't guarantee your safety, or perhaps you'd be more welcome somewhere else?
Well, I think that's certainly possible, although at the same time, I think that the United States is loath to be bullied by Erdogan right now. Again, this man has been here for 17 years. He's not caused a problem for the United States in any way. I think the real leverage that Erdogan has right now is that he's limiting operations in Incirlik Air Base. This is a crucial asset for the United States in eastern Turkey, a crucial NATO asset as well. And so the longer that Erdogan grounds operations over there, makes it harder for the United States to battle ISIS, the more likely the United States will at least be willing to discuss this with Erdogan.
So do you think we're going to see Erdogan becoming more autocratic, more emboldened after this? I mean, it is difficult to see what sway his allies might have on him at this stage.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think that what we've seen out of President Erdogan for the last several years has been really an autocratic decline. He's crushed media outlets. He's taken over newspapers and television stations. He has gutted the judiciary. He has not allowed for independent inquiry into wrongdoing alleged to have taken place on the part of the Turkish government that he controls. And so what we've seen is a real decline, and by the way, also a real crackdown on peaceful protesters, as in Gezi Park, as we heard just a segment ago. And so this is a real autocratic guy who has been amassing power. He became president after being prime minister, and now he's trying to change the entire Turkish government system so that it's a presidential one rather than a parliamentary one. In other words, this guy has been planning for quite some time to consolidate power. This failed coup really does look like an opportunity for him to finish the job, and there are many analysts here in Washington who are watching and worrying.
I suppose the thing is, it's clear he's got such huge support. He told people to go out on the streets last night. They've been out 24 hours almost. They're still there in Taksim Square.
That's true, and that's another worrying sign from my perspective, that he has the ability to do this, that this is a very populist leader, one who can and doesn't feel any misgivings about sending people out on the streets. Some of his followers have actually beheaded soldiers. They've engaged in violence themselves. This is a counter coup, and it's certainly, I don't think, abiding by rule of law, and this is obviously also very troubling.
Jonathan Schanzer from the Foundation for Defense of Democracies in Washington. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, you can get lots more about that story online. There's a special page. It's got analysis, what might happen in the future, security coverage as well. And we're posting the very latest on what's happening both in Istanbul and Ankara. Just go to bbc.com/news or download the BBC News app.